I just got out of the shower, which is why I look so fucking busted. However, I just had a brilliant fucking idea. Now, this might sound really dumb, but in my head, it makes so much sense. You need to start naming animals in your house after people that live in your house. Like, stop naming your cat Socks, stop naming your dog Spots, and start naming them after people that live with you. And this is why. Imagine you're at home with your friend, and you have a sibling, I don't know, their name is Robert, and you decide to name your dog after him, so you call your dog Robert. Now, while you're upstairs, your mother is in the living room, and your dog shits on the living room floor. Instead of your mom screaming a pet name, your mom is gonna be like, Robert, stop shitting on the floor! And people will just assume that it's a family member.
Well, don't we have a lot to talk about today? Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, you know what fucking time it is, bitch! It's time for the Daily Scream! If you weren't aware, and I don't know how you couldn't be, Charlie Kirk was shot and killed yesterday at Utah Valley University. And before I dive into my thoughts about this entire situation, I feel like it's only fair to be transparent with all of you, like I usually am. So no, I'm not about to sit here and pretend like I feel any sort of empathy for Charlie Kirk when I have none to give. I have no empathy for him, his rhetoric, nor the harm he has personally caused. People are currently crying that his murder was an abomination, and they're also asking, what about his children? I don't condone murder, and I don't think any child should have to experience losing a parent to such a violent death. But where was that energy when children in Palestine were and still are being slaughtered and starved to death? Or when immigrant children are being torn from their parents by ICE? If you only care when it's your political parties or your side's children being affected by violence, then that isn't compassion, that's hypocrisy. In terms of political violence is real and a growing issue in this country. But to place all of that blame on the radical left is beyond hypocritical. Democratic State Rep Melissa Hortman and her husband were assassinated by a Trump supporter. The man who targeted and committed arson against Democratic Governor Josh Shapiro's home was a Trump supporter. The men calling to hang Mike Pence during the Capitol riot were Trump supporters. The man who tried to kidnap Nancy Pelosi and assaulted her husband was a Trump supporter. The man who sent pipe bombs to the homes of Barack Obama and Joe Biden was a Trump supporter. The list goes on. Yet we are all being told that Charlie Kirk's death is the one we have to mourn. And now far-right influencers are calling Charlie Kirk's death a declaration of war. They are quite literally pushing civil war rhetoric. Violence isn't a bug, it's a brand. And that's exactly what Charlie Kirk and MAGA have built their platforms off of. Meanwhile, yesterday in Evergreen, Colorado, a 16-year-old opened fire at a high school. 2 students were shot, 1 is in critical condition, and Kirk once said that gun deaths are an acceptable cost if we want to preserve the Second Amendment. Among other things, he called abortion murder and compared it to Auschwitz. He also said if his 10-year-old daughter was raped, she'd still have to carry the baby. He called trans people a throbbing middle finger to God and an abomination, as well as dead-naming athletes. He continuously denied white privilege, minimized Martin Luther King's legacy, and called George Floyd a scumbag. He pushed for the Great Replacement Theory, which falsely claims that there is a deliberate plot to replace white populations in Western countries with immigrants and people of color. He demonized Muslims in politics. He continuously defended Israel while Palestinian children died. But he's also said several anti-Semitic things, including Jewish people control Hollywood and they also control all the nonprofits. And let's not ignore the timing of all of this. His death hit headlines the same week new Epstein files dropped. A scrapbook showing Trump allegedly gifting Epstein $22,500 for a girl. Trump's name in Epstein's birthday album. But instead of talking about that, the story is all Charlie Kirk. And now we have Trump using divisive language yet again, not actually honoring Kirk, but using his death to drive a wedge between Americans. He openly blamed the so-called radical left for his death. Does that not raise alarms for some of you? At the end of the day, we are all American, and the real issue here is the divisive nature that this current administration thrives on. So no, I am not going to sit here and celebrate Charlie Kirk's death, but I'm also not about to sit here and fake empathy for a man who excused school shootings, demonized trans people as well as the LGBTQ+ community, vilified immigrants, defended genocide, and preached hate policy. And again, I feel horrible for his children, but if his children matter, then all children matter. Children in Gaza, children in ICE detention, children who fear going to school every day because they're scared they're going to be shot. And at the end of the day, this could have all been avoided if we had common sense gun laws in America. But I'm not going to sit here and mourn somebody who wouldn't think twice and would probably celebrate if I died. If you won't accept Trump as your president, then leave. Okay. Like, you didn't have to tell me twice. Like, I was planning on leaving anyways. Like, was that supposed to be threatening? Was that supposed to be your way of one-upping me? Because in reality, you're just telling me something I've already thought about doing. Trump is a scary fucking man. Like, he is terrifying. So if he becomes president, I have no problem leaving. If I saw Trump approaching me on the street, I would run in the opposite direction. My fight or flight would kick in and I'd turn into Usain fucking Bolt. He's literally talked about starting all-out wars, getting rid of the LGBTQ+ community, destroying reproductive care, getting rid of immigrants, even though this country was literally built by immigrants. And everyone in the US is an immigrant unless you're indigenous to the land here. Moral of the story, I don't feel safe around Trump. Kamala, on the other hand, I look at her and I feel safer. If I saw Kamala Harris walking in my general direction on the street, the Secret Service would literally have to stop me from running into her arms and having her hold me like a baby. I don't think the far right fully understands how fucked and doomed we are if Trump becomes president. His past advisors from when he was the president have literally come forward warning us. Literally warning us of the impending doom if Trump is reelected as president. Does it not seem off to the people voting for Trump that his past advisors, people that were around him regularly, are warning you not to vote for him? Because if it doesn't seem off, it should. That's like opting to get heart surgery from a random doctor you found in an alley next to 7-Eleven. That's like taking a trial medication after finding out that every trial subject before you died of internal bleeding. Like, what isn't clicking? Like, what's not clicking for you guys? If you don't like Trump, then leave. Okay, I will leave. Like, I'm out this bitch.
Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, you know what time it is. I am mad. It's time for the Daily Scream. So we had an open house today at my house. And if you don't know what that is, it just means like people come to the house to see if they want to fucking buy it. Now my mom and I were told by the realtor that people would show up at 1 p.m. So I was like, okay, I'll wake up at 11 to get ready. I woke up at 10 a.m. to people ringing our doorbell. The realtor changed the time that people were supposed to come from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Didn't tell us. And this is what I looked like when they stepped foot in our house. I looked so fucked up. But get ready. My mom and the realtor showed this older couple my room. And my mom goes, "This is my son Spencer's room." And this old fucking lady said, "Yeah, we're gonna have to do something about all this." I hate old people. Hi, everyone. If you're new, welcome. If you're not new, you know what fucking time it is. Yep, it's just another Daily Scrape. So if you didn't know, I applied to an online college. And I applied to this online college because it fits well with my schedule. I'm gonna have to take out my fucking retainer for this one. Anyways, today I was on the phone with my college advisor. I have never spoken to this human being a day in my life. And when we finished the fucking phone call and said goodbye, instead of saying goodbye, I said, "All right, love you, bye." Oh my God! Do you know how humiliating it is to say I love you to, God fucking damn it, fucking bitch. Hello everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, you know what fucking time it is. It's time for the Daily Scream. Oh my God, bitch. I am currently trying to write a paper for an English class that I am taking, and I'm supposed to compare two stories. Now, let me read the fucking prompt. Oh my God. Now, would anyone like to tell me the symbolism behind the fucking blade of grass? What am I supposed to write about? It is literally a blade of fucking grass, bitch. What? How? I swear to God, English teachers make shit up. What? How am I supposed to write about the symbolism behind a fucking blade of grass? There is no symbolism, bitch. It's a blade of grass. Holy fucking shit.